Get it in one take. This is my entry into Ebomy's Second Amendment giveaway contest. The first question we're asked to answer is what we'd use the rifle for. And for the most part, I'd probably just use the rifle to clear coyotes off the property and it'd become a target and recreational gun. In a prepping situation, it would probably become my hunting rifle and primary go-to weapon. I have no centerfire rifles. I have 222s on the rack over here. That's about it for that question. The second question is what we find the most important thing to prep is, and if we're not a prepper, what we'd start with. I'm personally not a prepper, but I have enough water treatment equipment to and chemicals to get me through pretty much anything, because my father's a plumber. So I think my priority would be to surplus food and something a little bit more substantial than my normal meals. Just chucking shit. Another thing is what we find, to answer the other question, what the most important thing a prepper should have is, I believe, something that you can't prep for. And it's that whenever you get into that situation where times are hard, if you can push through and you can find the strength to keep going, because there are a lot of people who you wouldn't really know until you get into the scenario, is what I'm trying to say, if you had the will to survive. I mean, for the most part, yeah, a lot of people will, but there are some who probably will take a pretty abysmal look on life and not be able to get out of bed that day, for certain circumstances, speaking from personal experience. And the third question is what we do for the Second Amendment. And as a college student on very low funding, I can't really donate to the NRA, ILA all that often, but I can try and make a difference. Here's my certificate of election for the great state of Ohio. I am on the Jefferson County Republican Central Committee, and what the Central Committee does is decide where the party's funding in the area goes towards, and I use my voice to ensure that a lot of people who could do good for the Second Amendment get the funding we can give them. And I also have NRA pistol certification, and hopefully sometime soon I'll have my CCW. I also take people who never shot to the range quite often to get them familiarized with guns. I think firearm education is the key, so that people like my older sister aren't running around people that think that this or this is the root of all evil in the world, and if there were no guns, pretty much nothing bad would ever happen and everyone would live and people would shit sunshine and rainbows. And I guess that's overall my entry. I don't want to bore you. I don't want to go too great into detail, and I'm really fucking tired, and I'm probably going to get some lunch, and I'm probably going to crash because I have class. I've also tried to start a gun club at my college. Unfortunately, I go to an art school, and as you can expect, it's pretty liberal there, and I can't think of a good analogy right now because I'm quite tired, so it's very difficult. That's all I can say to get a gun club started there. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks for suffering through it with me. See ya. Come on, stop.